Boom. The world can hear us now.
What's up?
Hey
Hello.
guys, I need to flip Marian around. Hold on. Or do I? You know what? It's more fun if I don't. Okay.
Well, I can flip myself.
Well, okay. I'm very sick.
Oh
Um,
no.
I forgot to change the stream info, so no, we're not playing Mario Kart. We're breaking down Marian's song. Let me open up my Twitch chat on my phone. Oh, this isn't good. I need to log in.
What if um oh, I can put up the your Twitch here and then see the chat.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sorry for the rough start. As I said, very sick. Okay. It says we have one viewer, but I don't believe that to be true. Denial. Um,
Flake, hello.
hey, and Flake, you here for this? The hint stayed for the coolness. Um, so, yeah, we're going to be talking about Pause Plus Reset by Marian Carmel, which I produced. I had the pleasure of producing. And, yeah. Sorry, I've got
Yeah.
super foggy brain. No Charlie cam today. No, I am so sick. So no Charlie
Thanks
cam.
for thanks for hopping on board to do this, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm here for the ride. Okay. So how about we talk a little bit about how it came about that I produced this song?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell that story?
Okay, so um I was supposed to release a single on October 1st. And I we were gunning for this song called A8, which is also from the album. Um, but I wrote this song, Pause and Reset, on August 16th. And I was like, oh man, I feel like this one should come out first. So but obviously August 16th being way too close to the deadline, I was like, gosh, I have to find a way to like produce this very very quickly and well. And the person who I know is the most talented and the fastest at doing things well is you. So I was like, hey man.
Wow.
So I sent it over to Charlie, and then we just basically Charlie sent a demo back, and I was like, oh yo, this is great. And then we hopped on a call once, and that was it really.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
Yeah,
And it was
so
during your second vaccine too. So you were recovering from your
wow, it seems every time we do a video call I'm recovering from something.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. Marian sent me like a little voice recording, which some parts of it are still in the song at the end here. I'm gonna play a little bit of the original voice recording if you don't mind.
I do not mind.
So this is what I got originally from Marian.
And I know you know it too. I've been real good at pretending I'm my best when I'm not around you. Tell me how I can't stop, keep rewind. Then my thoughts if I were really.
So really cool little demo. I decided to keep the end in the song because I thought it fit really well. And from what I've heard, that part's gone down quite well as well.
Yeah. I didn't know that if I wanted to keep that part at first because I sped up really really fast.
Yeah,
And
at
I
the
was like, oh
end.
man, it's like way too unfair, like way too imperfect. And then we tried both ways, like the polished, like
Yeah,
how it's supposed to end way, and then this way. And then I was like, yo, you're a freaking genius, Charlie. Let's just go with your first idea,
I am
even though it's so
so
wrong.
true. I'm such a genius. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the production on my end. um, at first, I was working with some recordings that guitar recordings that Marian made. We ended up switching those out for guitar recordings that her friend Leo made, who's a very talented guitarist.
Yeah,
So,
because I tried to play guitar for this for the first time because I was like, okay, the timeline is super short. I'm just gonna like send you what I have, and then
sorry.
it turns out I was really really bad at. I feel like the guitars could have been better, so I just asked my friend to play it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
your recordings weren't bad at all, but these are definitely, you know, very good and professionally recorded and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the song starts out with pretty basic, just some guitars and Marian going ooh. Um,
Ooh.
so the guitars here are composed. There's like a lead guitar in the middle, which was recorded on a mic, and then on the sides there's like overtones. Those are on the sides, and I think it adds some nice depth. And in the background, there's a sound that I made, which is I completely like butchered, as you can see, the original recordings of Marian's guitars and turned them into this weird like.
Quite soft. Oh, there you go.
But it comes in, and that's the intro. Then it comes in, and we've got Marian's verse.
I need to write this fucking song, 'cause I said I'm over you.
I'll quickly go over on my end the instrumental side of this part because it's very simple. There's literally just a kick and a snare that's layered with this spring reverb snare over here. So the song's in 6/8, by the way, which is not like a time signature I'm super used to working with, but it was fun to do it. And yeah, the drum pattern is super simple. It just kind of kick, snare, like that. And then a little later on, I added a bunch of little Foley perks and some hats, and it kind of comes in like this. Oops. Like this.
This is my favorite part. I love the little like embellishments on the side.
Yeah,
Ear candy.
they're fun little Foley perks. So yeah. Then in terms of the actual like musical instruments, there's a Charlie pad in the background, which is just classic, just one of these, and then two synths playing the chord progression that Marian was playing on the guitar in the intro. Just I translated over to synths. So one is made in wavetable, and I think it's just a sine synth, like that. And then underneath it, there's a synth from my Juno emulator, and it's a nice sort of saw brass thing. And it's quite cool. And for the first half of the verse, that's all there is. And then the second half, when the more drums come in, there's a Reese bass underneath. And again, that treated guitar, sort of messed up guitar thing, and this time it's much louder. Yeah, and then it goes into the pre. But let's hear from Marian about the writing of the verse.
Yeah. Okay. Man. So I've been meaning to write a song about acceptance for quite some time, because this whole album is about like breakups and stuff, right? So I wanted to write an anthem that was like a Lizzo type beat and was like, yeah, I don't need you in my life kind of vibe. But I realized that I couldn't do it because I'm just not the type of person who would write something like that. And I was more towards being frustrated with things and just not being patient with it at all. So I flipped the whole acceptance thing on its head and wrote about not being to accept it. And I was like, okay, well, I guess now that we're sitting with this emotion, I'm gonna write it based on, how I feel, and it's exactly what it was. I needed to write the song because I said I'm over you, and I told my therapist in our sessions.
And you swore. You put bad words in this song.
Did. Yeah, for the first time I swore. You swore. You put bad words.
You put
in the
bad
song.
words in the song.
Because I feel like if I didn't swear, it wouldn't have hit home.
Corey.
Charlie,
hey, Rob.
Your voice gets me bricked.
Your voice gets me bricked. I appreciate that. Currently, my voice sounds like this because I'm so ill.
Oh no!
But you're coming to see me tomorrow, Mr. Robert, and I'm very excited. Anyway, yeah. So, funny songwriting stuff,
Funny songwriting things. I wrote this when I was tipsy, right after our conversation with Gene and his gal pals, and we were just talking about life and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, the song just came out. It was,
Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah. Very cool. So on to the pre-chorus then, shall we?
Yes.
Pre-chorus is very interesting. Originally, Marian just had some guitars that slowed down, and they're still in here. They sound like this. I mean, these are Leo's guitars, but written by Marian. And originally, I just had those in there as well. It's very Animal Crossing, by the way. Wait, am I still muted?
That.
No, I'm not. Okay. I muted myself earlier because I had to cough. And I liked those being in there, but I felt it was a bit empty, so I added in a piano, which is pretty cool. It's just got a bit of movement going on.
I really love this. This is Imagiro piano, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But on one of the higher pitch shifts settings.
Yeah.
So I put that in, left the pad in, and that was it. I mean, in terms of the instrumentation, it's super simple here. There's just the guitars, the piano, and a pad in the background.
I think we had like a different piano at first, and then I was like, can we try Majiro's piano?
Yeah. What's going on here? I have zero clue what I'm looking at. You're looking at God tier musicians. So true. Yeah. So then we go into the chorus, this is where my work sort of really comes in. But do you have any comments on the lyrics from the pre-chorus?
Fun fact about the songs, there's only one pre-chorus. It doesn't repeat again.
That's true.
Yeah, and then I didn't even notice until I finished writing the song. I was just like, oh, I'm just going with the flow. I think it was drunk Marian just being like, going for whatever stream of consciousness was coming out of her mind. Yeah, because usually I'd have like, oh, if there's a pre-chorus here, I'd have another pre-chorus there.
Mm-hmm.
And even the verses don't sound the same.
No, they don't. They're very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, well then, shall we go to the chorus?
Okay.
Here's the chorus if you haven't heard it. It's pretty cool.
Won't you tell me how I can stop? Keep it right in my thought. If I were really over you, then why do I keep running through?
So I was going for a sort of Gallimacious type vibe. So once again, let me go through the instrumentation side of things first, and then you can talk about the lyrics. The drums are quite simple, actually. Same as earlier. I think it's a different kick this time, and obviously a different snare, but I've kept the spring reverbs. And the percussion's actually the same. It's just I've added the hi-hats a bit different. So the hi-hats used to be in the verse, they're like this. And then in this one, it's just like ta-ta, or it's ta-ta. There's like a push and pull, basically. So on the one, yeah, I don't know. It pushes on the one through to the 4, and then 4 to the next bar is like a pull, I guess, or however other way you want to
That is so cool.
put it. But I did that sort of intentionally. The original version of this chorus was a lot less interesting, and there was a lot less movement. And I remember it was when we were on that call, I started moving the bass around and chopping it up, and that's when like it really started to take shape. So originally everything was actually, let me see if I have the original demo.
Yeah, I think like on the first call that we had, like on the call that we had, we worked on the chorus for the longest.
Yeah.
I remember that because we were deciding whether or not the hits were gonna come in at like which beat of the bar, and like how we're gonna highlight the vocals and the backing vocals.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I think I found the original one. You can't hear it on Discord, but it's on the stream.
I'm my best when I'm not around.
Oh yeah, I can see
Tell me how I can
it. My name on your phone is still Max.
Yeah.
my thoughts if I were really over you.
So you can hear this, the chorus was a lot less interesting back then. It was just kind of continuously moving forward, and you know, that's cool, but it's not really what we were looking for. And so I started chopping up the bass on its own and some of the chorus synths, and we ended up with this sort of... Hey, Isaac.
Oh, Isaac. Hello, Isaac.
So we ended up with that, and Marian really liked that, so I decided to expand on it. I put in a pizzicato here that really accentuates the chords. So
yeah, that was really fun. I love that so much.
Yeah.
It's like a little thing at the top.
Yeah, so it was fun. And then originally I had chopped up Marian's guitar chords, but then we got the ones from Leo, which sound great. And they're
Which sound much better.
They're over here. Oh, I actually did. I don't know if you can tell this, but I actually did a double of the guitar, like the left and right DI guitars, and pitched it up an octave.
Oh yeah.
And it just adds
You
a bit
told
of...
me this.
It just adds a bit of top end. Yeah, and then like the combination of all those elements together, you know, here, these like chorus pumps, as I've called them, are just, there's 2 pads and this one cymatic sample that are all just chopped up, and they just kind of pump upwards. You know?
Eesh, so that's what it's called.
They're pumping, so we pumpy.
They're pumping? They're pumping?
They're pumping. So yeah, and then, I mean,
Yeah.
the real like cream of the crop on this is your backing vocals.
Oh hell yeah.
There's so many of them.
I'm sorry. I record backing vocals like
Yeah, well, you know,
yeah.
actually, now that I'm looking at them and that I've spent the last few weeks working on Nick's songs, this really isn't that bad. Isaac will know. Isaac will know. I get like 70 vocal tracks whenever I work on a Nick song.
70.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, the next time we
No, don't
do a
do
song
that.
together, I'm gonna send you 80.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, so Marian's vocal, backing vocals sound like this.
How I can't stop. Why did my thoughts?
You could honestly just play this with the bass and the drums and it would work. Like,
How I can't stop. Why did my thoughts over you? Years in my head.
by the way, that transition from to years is very Jacob Collier.
My baby.
Anyway, so yeah, backing vocals from
How's the
Marian. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So, Marian, talk us through
Yeah.
the chorus.
So, man, you know when I wrote this, it just came out of me like a sneeze, you know?
Are you saying that because I'm sick? Are you mocking me right now, dude?
No, it's just at the back of my head. No, but people actually say that. It's like, it's a song sneeze, you know? It just comes out.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I was writing I remember very vividly, I still have like recordings of it. When I was writing the first verse and then I wrote the pre-chorus, I just started to hum all the way to the chorus, and that was the melody that came out, like da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And then I was like, yo. And I just wouldn't stop. I was like, yo, this fucking slaps.
Actions, yeah.
Actions, yeah.
Actions, yeah.
And then so I just kept it. And after I recorded it, I was like, okay, good thing I was recording it in the first place. I just need to put words to it.
Yeah.
And you know when you write music, you always just like mumble syllables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the first one was like how, ba ba ba, ba ba ba, and then I think the interesting part of this is that usually I would be quite rigid with my syllables.
Yeah.
So whenever I like rewinding, I would usually put that within the same phrase.
Right.
But I cut it into two. So it's like, keep in my thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like, well, you would never cut a word in half, but then I was drunk and didn't care. So I did.
Man.
Hey, man.
You know what they say? Cut the word in half.
Yeah. You know what they say? Cut the word in half.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
You know what they say? You know what they say? Cut the word in half.
You know what?
What they say?
Oh no.
Okay. So
yeah. Oh, and then I swear at the end, of course.
Yeah, and then there's a clean version, which is so funny.
Which I sang today.
The clean version of this song is so funny. Listen to this, guys.
If I could wish for anything, wish I could just pause and press read.
And then I think funnier than that even is the beginning of the song.
No.
The clean version here. So this line in the original song.
I need to write this fucking song.
The clean version sounds like this.
I need to write this stupid song.
The stupid song.
This stupid song.
You need to write this stupid song. I'm dying. Oh, this is the end for me, boys.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Please get some water.
I don't have any nearby. It's fine. Anyway,
Wait, hang on.
I can't see you because you're behind my Ableton window.
Oh, right. Damn it.
The stream can see you though, so they can drink.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on then. Second verse or post-chorus, I guess. Right? This is post-chorus.
Yes.
Some nice guitars. Nice pads. Building back up into the verse.
Damn, it took a lot to say that out loud. Set myself down, taking time to talk it out.
In terms of the instrumental, this is actually pretty much exactly the same as the first verse. It's just slightly different in the second half because it builds up quicker. And instead of having a pre-chorus, it just kind of gets absorbed into the verse. So the drums kind of do this towards the end of the first verse. And then it goes into the mini pre-chorus, I guess, which is, again, just the shortened version of the original pre-chorus. So in terms of the instrumental, it's very simple here. Nothing really changed. But the vocals are completely different.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so for this part, um I just wanted to say something dumb, you know? I was so angry. Okay, I'm gonna say this on stream, but the reason why I wrote this was because a person from my past started to kind of try to get back into my life. And then I was like, no!
So you just had to write this stupid song.
Yeah, so I had to write this stupid song and tell my therapist about it. And I needed to just pause and reset.
Just pause and reset.
Just pause and reset. Yeah. So I was like, so angry. And then I was feeling like super stifled for the moment. And this helped me a lot. So the second verse was just me admitting things to myself. Like, you know, damn, it took a lot to say that out loud. I had to sit myself down and take the time to talk it out.
Okay,
and,
Eminem.
All right, Eminem.
You're just spitting those bars out.
Taking time to talk it out. And then within the 18 months that I was just trying to write like a freaking banger Lizzo getting over this person song, I just didn't feel like anything fit.
Yeah. So
I was like...
And then you started pouring a drink, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I started pouring a drink, which is because I got drunk. And then I was like, yo, sometimes I can't help but think of you, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm not interested. But, you know, sometimes I do find myself like thinking about how we went wrong and stuff like that. Yeah.
Couldn't be me. I have zero heart. No feelings.
Nice.
None. Actually, none.
Zero heart. You have zero heart.
None heart.
None heart.
Might be that might be a contributing factor to my illness.
Oh yeah. So when people cut you up, it's just hollow. You're like a balloon man.
Everything else is there, just not the heart.
Damn.
Neither is the brain.
That's some like 2014 Tumblr post.
Right. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Hold on. Sexy sounds coming up.
Charlie's like, all right, shut up. Moving on.
Moving on. Second chorus is similar to the first one, except we did a fake out at the beginning.
I love this.
Yeah. So I did a fake out. I mean, anybody who is, it's a fake out. You know, there's 4 bars of just guitar and no drums. Well, there's this snare, but yeah. So. And then and back into the thing. I really like that fill. I mean, it's so simple. It's just, you know, it's just it is what it is.
I think this was an accident, right?
What?
The da. It was supposed to be like a straight.
No, it was over here. No, I don't remember. No, but in any case, it is straight because the song is in 6/8, so da is straight for this time signature.
Right.
It's that originally it was in this part over here. Originally, I had done like this. So it was in the verse pre, right, and it went like this.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh right, yes.
But it wasn't over here. Over here it was always
Right.
Yeah. And it was very fun. And you know.
Yeah.
And then
To forget if I could wish for anything, wish I could just pause and press reset.
Just pause.
Just pause. Why'd you have to play the clean version?
Because it's funny, isn't it?
Oh my god, you know, I had to sing that on radio today, and every time I perform it live, I have to sing the just version anytime it's in public.
So lame.
Oh well. You know, we almost went with like fully a cappella fake outs, and then I was like, Charlie and I were
well, because the original version didn't even have a tailor-made guitar loop. I was just using your guitar recording. Like I was using this over here, which sounded like this at the time.
Tell me how I can't stop. Keep rewind in my thoughts. It's fire.
And then you ended up getting Leo to record a purpose-made.
Much better version.
Yeah.
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 And I feel like the good thing about like having a professional guitarist to play it was like he really understood the assignment and he knew like where to accentuate to make it to make the cuts better. Yeah. Can't be me. I can play the chords Kennedy.
Yep. Inflake asks, did I produce this with Marian when I was still in Singapore? No. Which is very funny to think about. It's just, as soon as I left, she decided that she needed me to produce a song.
Yeah.
So, no. We did this. I did this. I made the first version. If you look at the date, 08/18 up there, that's after I left, because I left actually a month after I left. But yeah, I think there's some of your friends in here. There's Eddie Hoodie and Kiana Mag.
Oh, hello.
Do you know
Hi.
Kiana Mag? Well, welcome to hello,
Hi.
one and all. Yeah, no. So
Hello,
we worked on this.
everybody.
We worked on this. It was a distance thing. She sent me the original demo. I made a first version, and then we got on a call like 3 weeks later on Zoom, and we made most of the song there. And she witnessed the sheer speed at which I make music live.
I've always known that. This isn't the first song we've written though.
No, I know,
We
but
wrote that demo.
we wrote
But
that
this
demo.
is the first song that I'm releasing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
She's here for the clue. What's the clue? Have you figured out the clue? Has anybody figured out the clue? If you say no,
Has
I'm gonna
anybody
be so
figured out the clue?
I'm gonna be so disappointed
The
if you haven't
word?
figured out the clue.
Has anybody figured it out?
To new viewers, Charlie isn't sick, by the way. He just sounds sexy all the time. Yeah, sorry, that was just my brain fog. I need to sneeze as well. I'm like 2 seconds from sneezing at every
Please
point
sneeze.
of the
I
day.
will keep them company. All right. So, if you guys haven't found the clue yet, for those who don't know what is going on and why people are asking for the clue.
Explain the clue. I'm gonna mute myself while I cough and sneeze and die.
Okay, all right. So, I'm running the scavenger hunt to promote my album, and I just wanted to kind of like tease everyone a little bit because I'm putting out my track list one by one, and every clue that I'm putting out on social media leads to a title. And today's title is Nothing. Woo! So this is for 2 down on your scavenger hunt sheet. If you follow me on social media, which is at Marian Carmel Music on Instagram, Facebook, on Twitter, I'm at Marian Carmelita, which is my grandmom's name. You'll be able to see the scavenger hunt sheet that I have. And then once you fill everything out, you basically have the entire track list.
Yeah. And I can click a
after
SoundCloud link somewhere in my DMs and get the entire track list. So how does that make you feel?
Wow.
But
Bye.
No.
But yeah, so the first 30 people to finish finding the entire track
Marian,
list.
I think there's a mistake. What? There's nothing on the screen, says Inflake.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I was contemplating not putting anything here and just like letting you guys figure it out.
Yeah, but that's a bit too subtle, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. So I was just like, okay, let's just put it there.
Nothing fits in 2 down. I don't get it. You guys are good.
I hate you guys. I'm gonna screenshot this.
You guys are good. Hey, Image Hero.
So yeah, basically. And if you're one of the first 30 to finish the scavenger hunt, you can get skincare.
So yeah.
From Sigi Skin, and the first 2 people also get merch. This is open worldwide. Yeah. What? Is it really? Is it really 7 spaces? Please don't. I swear, it fits.
Yeah, because the word nothing is 7 characters.
Oh, am I doing a big dumb
I think
for
you're
checking?
I think you're both in a bit of a dumb you're in a dumb loop.
We're in a dumb loop.
You're in a dumbo
Hey,
loop by
Isaac,
way of
I
Dash.
checked. I checked, okay. 2 down is nothing.
I like that Kelvin and Inflake want to be top 2. These guys are really going to put in the work.
Yeah.
Sexy sounds of me blowing my nose.
Sound. Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? That was coming from my bed. It's missing a few screws, so I might die any moment.
Isaac actually didn't get it. He was like, oh, that's the answer. I thought that was the clue.
Oh my god.
Wow, you guys... There's a huge discrepancy here of just brain power. Between me with foggy sick brain and Isaac not getting that you put nothing in the in the thing.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I blame my past traumas. I understand.
Isaac, I will not give you a room tour for now because it's a mess. Charlie would know.
I would know.
Yeah, I just moved yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I'm sleeping in my own room. We fixed this bed up and it's missing like 7 screws, so I hopped on IKEA and ordered like some spare parts.
So she went to bed and risked her life tonight.
Yeah, I did, and I'm gonna do that until the rest of the spare parts come. And a lot of the furniture that I ordered still haven't come yet, so I am still living out of boxes for now.
Hey, Gina. Gina says that's
Hi,
so
Gina.
badass of you.
Yeah, I'm so badass, I swear, and I sleep on beds without full screws.
Just because I can. If I slept on a bed without full screws, it would break.
Yeah, I honestly think so.
Anyway, back to the song real quick. I think that's it, right? We've covered everything. Then there's the outro, which I managed to eventually convince you to just use the recording. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed this in the production process, but I actually put one of your old guitar clips here as a transition point because otherwise it was very odd sounding. So like here at the end of the chorus, I did this. I don't know if you can see my screen right now, Marian, but this orange thing
I can see it.
is like, it goes like this at the end of the chorus.
Whoa.
And if you take that out, it's just this. And because,
was that always there?
Yeah, the orange one has always been in the song. Because
Nice.
when you guys re-recorded the guitars, you didn't put anything here. And so the transition was really bad. It just didn't sound good. Like if I take it out of the final song, right?
Fucking pause and press reset.
It sounds really weird, but if I put it in,
Fucking pause and press reset.
That's so nice.
so
I thought it was always there, like with the
no.
old recording.
no, that's a separate recording that I had to put in.
That's cool. Thank you.
The little things you do.
The little things you do.
I don't know
Yeah,
what to
it's
call
really
it,
cool,
but
man.
it sounds cool. Title of my next mixtape. Is this a new like Brooklyn Nine-Nine title of your sex tape thing? Is title of my next
Title
mixtape?
of my next mixtape.
Don't know
Yeah,
what
the
this is,
producer
but it sounds
version.
cool.
Like whenever singer-songwriters don't get any action, that's basically what I.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's the song.
That's the song.
Thanks for
Whoa.
gifting a sub, Isaac. That means a lot to me.
Yay!
You've gifted a total of 6 on the channel. You're crazy. You're nuts. You're absolutely unstoppable.
So, how does Twitch work?
I'll
like-
explain to you later. You know,
Okay.
I'd like everybody to make fun of Marian because she asked me if she needed to make an account in order
Shut
for
up.
her to be able to join on the Twitch stream, and I was like, "Did you think this is like Instagram Live?" She thought she had to make an account and then stream from her end in order for you guys to see her on the stream. Boomer moment. Boomer moment.
No.
How old are you now?
Yeah.
How old are you now? 24? Disgusting. You're a
Shut
boomer.
up, Charlie.
Boomer moment.
Yeah,
anyway,
boomer
I'll
moment.
explain Twitch to you later,
Okay. cool.
Grandma.
Grandma. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, my name on Twitter is my grandma's name, so
Yeah.
Marian Carmelita.
Do you pay for Amazon Prime, Marian?
No, I don't.
Oh, then never mind.
Why?
Because with Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to a single streamer for free every month.
Oh, okay.
Subscriptions
if-
are like donations. I'll explain it all.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the song, everybody. This is not the final mix because the same guy who recorded the guitars, Leo, ended up doing the final mix. So I'm not really in a position to give you mix tips on the vocals or anything like that because mine didn't end up in the song because apparently I'm bad. But
Fuck off. No, 'cause we needed to like get it done like ASAP Rocky. So, and he already finished mixing the rest of the album. So we were like, okay, just
Soothe. Of course, we have Soothe on the vocals. Nobody gets it done ASAP Rocky like Charlie. See, Isaac knows.
it's true.
Anyway,
Don't worry, the next one will be.
me.
Yeah.
So that's the song, everybody. If you haven't heard it, go stream it. Yeah, go to Marian's accounts. Spill Tab Era Marian. Yes, sir.
Marian, yeah.
Marian, tell the stream once again all of your different ats.
Okay. So Instagram at Marian Carmel Music. That's just my name, Marian Carmel. And then Twitter would be Marian Carmelita with an ITA at the back. So that's my grandma's name. Facebook is the same thing. I also do YouTube. I have this series called Crying and Crafting where I make zines out of the songs that I make. So I talk about how I wrote the song and I basically make it a tangible thing because I like to do that. And yeah, join the scavenger hunt, guys. It's really fun. And there are 3 more clues. So it could be anyone's game, really. We only get to find out who wins after the final clue drops.
So here's Marian's accounts. Go follow her. Go follow them.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm in so much pain.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Jollibee Twitter header.
Yeah.
Value for
It's
2
the only
combo.
appropriate one.
Dude, there's a Jollibee in London. That's where I'm going with Tristan. I gotta text Tristan. We're going to Jollibee.
Yes. Oh my god, if they have a spicy one, I know you're sick, but like, can you eat it on my behalf?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna eat it today, but we're
tastes like?
definitely gonna do that. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm just very excited. I've just found out that there's a Jollibee in London. Well,
Give
not
me a
found out,
review.
just remembered. Everyone in England has that exact same cold. It's very annoying. It's terrible. I feel terrible.
I every time I visit another country, I make it a point to try the Jollibee.
Hey, look at this. Kelvin says crying and crafting is extremely entertaining. Kelvin is one of my
Aw, thank
OG
you.
fans, and it seems he's become a Marian Carmel fan, which is extremely based, if you ask me. Based and sexy and
Yeah.
hot. You're a Sigma male for that one.
Sexy and hot.
You're a Sigma male for
Sigma
that
male. Yeah.
one. Sigma nuts. What? Charlie, how are you not subscribed to Marian? Oh, I guess I'm not on my personal channel. There you go.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, well. I also need to add I need to add pause and reset to my playlists on Charlie Makes Music.
I thought you already did.
No, I mean on the YouTube channel.
All right.
Anyway. Do we
Cool.
have anything
Oh
else?
my god, I can't believe Imajiro is here.
Yeah, Michiru's here.
Wait, can I tell you, Imajiro, I put your piano in 2 of my songs in the album.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I was straight up looking at different studios in Singapore, like looking for bookings on a piano. And then Charlie was like, yo, it's here.
It's here.
And then we tried it. And then I was like, this is amazing. So my favorite song on the album is just vocals and piano, and it's your piano. So
Marian's a
I
big
feel very
fan.
happy. I am. I'm a huge fan.
I'm seeing August this weekend, I believe.
Oh, nice. Tell them I said hi.
Kelvin says your makeup on that crying and crafting video is absolutely popping.
Thank you. I do my best.
Sick boys unite, yes sir. Where can I get the
Boy.
piano? Image. Was it vst.imagemusic.com?
Oh my god. Charlie, are you okay?
Eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
You did
Shall
not
we?
see that. So, it's changed now, but yeah, vst.imagemusic.com. So shall we wrap up?
Yes, please. I feel like you should rest.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Okay.
idea.
All right.
So,
How long were we running?
about 49 minutes.
That's cool.
I've switched for a crack of my piano so many times. No. I wasn't looking for a crack of your piano. I just have a VST crack in my history because sometimes Anyway.
Anyway. Cool.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching the breakdown. Sorry, I've got such foggy brain.
It's cool.
Thanks for coming and watching the breakdown. We really appreciate it. Everybody go stream Pause and Reset and get ready to stream Marian's album. Take part in the scavenger hunt if you want some free merch and free skincare, which who doesn't want free skincare?
Yeah.
And
Thank you so much for having me. It's been really fun.
thanks for having me on the song.
You're amazing, man.
You guys, thanks for coming. And I'm going to rest now and hopefully
Please.
be better by the end of the week. And yeah, thanks for watching the stream. Hope you've all enjoyed. Hope you've
Yeah.
learned something. My name is Charlie. That's Marian.
My name is Marian.
And I'll see you guys around.
See ya.
Bye.